15 men on a dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil be done for the rest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. The mate was fixed by the boatswain's pike, the boatswain brained with the marlin spike, and Cookie's throat was marked belike. It had been gripped by fingers 10, and there they lay, oh good dead men, like break a day in a boozing can, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Avast ye landlubber Tim, I be Captain Bunny, and the scurvy ship be not a pocket dial. As ye can see, I'm in a piratey mood. Me sister and I have been watching Pirates of the Caribbean all day, and I could not pass on a chance to make a pirate video. And I'm going to stop that accent right there. But I will start things off with interesting facts that I have learned about pirates. The first being, Julius Caesar was once held by pirates for ransom. And after that, he tracked every single one of them down and had them crucified. I suppose the lesson to take away here is that nobody messes with Julius Caesar except Brutus, Cassius, and 58 other people. Fact number 2. During his execution in 1730, pirate Oliver Levasseur tossed a coded message into the crowd and screamed, "Find me treasure, he who may understand it!" And people are actually still looking for it. Bunch of professional treasure hunters today are still convinced that they can find it. I think maybe he just made it up and threw it into the crowd to cause a stir, which is something you and Malachi would probably do. So, I think this may have been the legend that the idea for the manga anime One Piece may have come from. I mean, it sort of sounds similar. Fact number 3. Payments and ransom and tribute to pirates amounted to 20% of the United States annual expenditures in 1800. And this is because the United States declared independence from Britain and lost their protection from pirates. So in 1777, Morocco recognized America as an independent nation, and the pirates had a field day. So the U.S. had to make a bunch of treaties and payoffs. I guess it really does stink to be a rebel in the end. And my final fact, number 4, is my favorite, and it's one that Mal and Aurora would also be very interested in, the college one anyway. At MIT, you can earn your pirate certificate by taking courses in pistol use, archery, sailing, and fencing. Needless to say, I'm changing schools. I'm just kidding, but seriously. Now moving on to something slightly scarier than pirates, I'm going to talk about my anklebiters. I literally only have 4 more days working with them, and I figured I'd take the opportunity to share some of the things that I have learned by working with them. So here's my list of 6 things I have learned from working with the anklebiters. Number 1, even the sweetest of 10-year-olds will bite you if you touch their Pokemon cards. That also goes for taking away their Yu-Gi-Oh cards, touching their iPod, or their iPad. It's really scary how dependent these kids are on technology. It's almost as bad as I am, and that really just is terrifying. Number 2, capture the flag is a game of life and death and should be taken very seriously. We've literally had kids come to blows and draw blood over disagreements on the rules of this game. We've kind of had to ban it from camp. Number 3, Takis are worth their weight in gold. If you don't know what Takis are, because I'm not sure they have them in not California, Takis are this snack that is sort of like hot Cheetos, but times 10. They're these rolled up little tortilla chips, then dumped into everything spicy in the world and served in a purple chip bag. And I love them, obviously, because they're that spicy. And so do most of the kids in the camp. And literally, you could get just about anything for a handful of Takis. And that sounds horrible. Anyway, number 4. The new generation of Pokemon are really lame. I mean, have you heard of this Pokemon called Cubchoo? It's this little blue teddy bear with a huge thing of snot hanging out of its nose. I don't want no Cubchoo, I want my Pikachu. Number 5. A lanyard given as a gift is a sign of undying friendship. I've gotten 6 of them, so apparently I'm a pretty cool counselor after all. I'm kind of flattered, and I'm definitely going to hang on to them. I'm sort of glad that I became a counselor, if only because it really helped me shape and corrupt the brains of children. No, I'm kidding. But I honestly got to teach some kids some pretty cool life lessons, and I guess it's kind of not all that bad being an adult when you get the chance to teach a young person something like that. It's just, you get this really cool, glowing, happy feeling that makes you feel like a good person, and I don't get it that often, so it's kind of good to get it once in a while. And number 6, even adults have cooties, and that's been pretty hilarious, let me tell you. And I guess that's really all I have today. So I'm going to sing you out with the final verse of the sea shanty that I began with in the video, which I'm sure you know is 15 Men on the Dead Man's Chest. So, 15 men on a dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil be done for the rest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. We wrapped 'em all in a mainsail tight, with twice 10 turns of a hawser's bight, and we heaved 'em over and out of sight, with a yo-heave-ho and a fare-you-well, and a sudden plunge in the sullen swell, 10 fathoms deep on the road to hell, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum.